Why are men easier than women? This is probably because of women's extensive self-protective mechanisms. We always have at least some degree of suspicion regarding men who are interested in us because, if possible, violence. I heard it said once that man's idea of the worst date is a boring, bad, weird date. But a woman's idea of the worst date is getting raped, murdered. We don't need evolutionary psychology to know that for women heterosexual sex is 1. More dangerous, 2. Less a guarantee of orgasm. If YPU want the evolutionary psychology answer, it's because men have little to lose in a sexual encounter. We produce 1,000 sperm a second. It costs nothing. We dump it and continue on with our lives. A woman, on the other hand, has a limited amount of eggs. If she does get pregnant, her survival is significantly endangered. She needs more food, cannot run and climb and hunt as well, and stuff, and childbirth may actually kill her. So naturally, women are a lot more picky when and where and with whom they engage sexually. Evopsych is not an exact science. Don't take it as gospel. Cultural forces often override natural instinct. But this one makes a lot of sense. The actual question is, why are men more into casual sex than women? Simple answer. ROI is pretty bad for women. You risk to get pregnant, to get raped, killed, stalked, and the chance to orgasm is low. Because men are roughly equal in strength, and all women know that men are potentially dangerous. When I was in college studying law, a quick survey revealed that every single woman in the room had been sexually assaulted to some degree, often as a child. Not just catcalling or unwanted compliments, but physical interaction that had scared her. I myself had to fight off a much older boy who cornered me on a school cross-country run as a 14-year-old. I've been backed into corners in pubs. I've had to get bouncers to scare off persistent drunks, and I rarely go out at night, and I'm teetotal. God knows what more social women go through. If women are less open to interaction, it's because the chance that a perfectly polite man is actually a rapist is a hell of a sight greater than 0. This means that perfectly safe men get the same treatment as the assholes, but we can't tell the difference when we first meet you. The pool of available gay men is smaller than the pool of straight men or women, so gay men aren't as picky. A gay friend once said, "It can be that after being subjected to sexual harassment or being seen as a prize, cis women will be more likely to be careful. Generally, a cis woman is physically weaker than a cis man, so if they meet an absolute nutter man on a date or in a relationship, the stakes can be high, especially if they aren't brushed up on self-defense or have somewhere to go if something goes badly. There can also be a cultural thing where they might have been raised around opinions like, women who date a lot are sluts, etc. Mating is dangerous for women. Honestly, lots of women enjoy good sex. Good sex is not as easy to come by for women as it is for men. In this case, let's just define good sex as pleasurable sensual touch that reaches orgasm. And casual sex comes with dangers for women that it doesn't with most men. Violence, pregnancy, rape. I'm not saying these things never happen to men, but they happen to women way more often. It's just riskier, and a lot of women don't want to take that risk. I can't describe the feeling of being in a situation where if the person you're with decided they wanted to do something to you, you would have little way of stopping it. Because sex is biologically more dangerous for women. Not only because of violence, but because of pregnancy. A woman can have lifelong consequences from one sexual encounter, whereas, until quite recently, the man could leave. Because with rare exceptions they can't get pregnant. Western men are starved for affection since Western masculinity says men aren't caring or have emotions. So the tiniest drop of affection, which can be a smile to be polite to a stranger, is enough for most men to feel something they don't feel often. Probably due to society still treating women as the prize and men as the seeker for the prize. There are also women who are being bombarded with various levels of harassment etc. by men for not dating them and misogyny which is at play. This makes women not seek out men as it would only lead to something bad most of the times. As a gay dude, I know some women who have ridiculously high standards for men. Some to the point where it is mildly sexist, but those type of women are relatively less. On the other side, men are treated like nobody by society, which means any positive attention seems great and may lead to something. Because men are generally more open to sex, men are also more inclined to remove full-blown attraction or feelings in order to have sex. There's way more of a risk involved with women having casual sex. Not to mention, if you're a woman, there's a big chance you won't even orgasm with a random partner. Those things take time, so they tend to be pickier. Granted, substances etc. aren't involved. Testosterone. IG opposite sexes are complex. It's as simple as that. I'm pansexual and women are easier for me. Many women in my circle express how easy it is with women and wish it was same with guys. You being a man find it easier with men. Edit. I see it was about sex. As someone said, men have little to lose. Women have to bear physical, societal as well as emotional consequences. I think you identify as a man. From my understanding of your post, if so, maybe that's why you find men easier? We understand people we connect to and have similar experiences to. For me, the risk of getting assaulted, raped or murdered, it's greater than the chance of having an orgasm, so I just don't. Also, every time I did pursue the man, happened twice. But still, they treated me like a sex doll, disregarded my wishes and stumped on my consent. Better single. Ooga booga testosterone woo. Men are encouraged to have lots of casual sex. Women are socialized to be pickier. I'm a bi woman, but I end up mostly going out with men because men are easier to get a date with. Men and females.
If you enjoyed this video, please check out our playlists full of similar content. Epic Ericast is like doom scrolling for your ears. Please like, share, and subscribe.